Welcome back, guys. Last week we left you at Leia's meet and greet. The first place did not work out at all, and we will fill you in on this a little bit later. We will also bring you to the beautiful Antelope Island and one of our favorite places, Topaz Mountain. In addition to all those exciting places, we have our second inspection and concrete pour for the walls. Hope you guys enjoy. Oh, and if you're new here, welcome. Hope you will join us as we build our dream home on 10 acres in Utah and other adventures along the way. Hey guys, we're taking a little trip in April for our anniversary. And our place that we normally board Leia is all booked up. So we're gonna go check out another place today. We're gonna have a meet and greet. And if she passes the test, we're gonna have her boarded.
At storage option number 2.
Okay. So we just randomly drove by to another place and we're gonna check out this place now.
What's the name?
Leia.
Sweetheart, you're like, there's so many Smiths.
Good news, we found a boarding place for Leia in April. We feel good about it. And I think Leia liked it too.
Yep.
What do you guys do when you leave town? What do you do with your pets? Do you leave them with family? Do you board them? Do you take them with you? I mean, typically we take her with us everywhere because we usually travel in the RV. All right, you happy?
I'm a lot happier.
You're kind of quiet.
I don't know. If I owned that business, I would be embarrassed to bring people to it, to be honest with you.
The first place was pretty rough. I didn't feel comfortable leaving her there at all.
Hey guys, we're back. Good morning. It is Wednesday morning, and guess what we have going on today? We have our second inspection. They're going to be inspecting the foundation walls today. And if everything goes good, on Monday we will have a concrete pour, and we will have foundation walls. And we've got some pretty big walls down there, so it's exciting. And we're really looking forward to today. Hopefully we pass. You see, double mark.
Well, I'm looking at this though. This 13 on ST3.
Oh, okay.
Where it talks about your slab.
Oh, okay.
So you need to have. Is it a double mat?
Double mark. Yeah. This is the garage.
Yeah.
So what happened with inspection?
Inspection was great. Our inspector today, his name was Cody, and he did a great job. Walked the whole site, was very thorough, and we got a pass.
Yay! All right, so where are we at with the process right now?
We're going to be getting the plumber and the waterproofer. Well, we can't waterproof for 10 days.
Yeah. But the plumber can actually come out?
Plumber probably can start coming out and getting his stuff done.
Okay.
Yeah. Getting there. We're ready to go. I got a lot of work to do, though. So
We do have a lot of work to do. Good morning, guys. I'm bringing you to Antelope Island this morning. It's about an hour and a half drive from our house. Claude is skiing, so I decided to go take Leia on a hiking trip. And I packed a lunch, and I packed the good camera. So I'm hoping to get some good pictures of the bison and the antelope.
hey guys, another Mountain Modern adventure this morning. I'm headed off to Deer Valley to meet up with CARV, C-A-R-V. It's a company that makes these inserts you put in your boots, and it tracks your skiing and gives you feedback while you're skiing. And I'm part of the beta testing group for their upcoming release of their product. So it'll be pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully I can bring you some of the video of the session and some of the feedback.
I did invite a friend to come with me to Antelope Island, but she had other plans. So I'm going solo, which is fine because there's one thing that you guys don't know about me, and that is that I am an introvert. And my definition of an introvert is someone who's okay with being alone and doing things by themselves. And it's not that they don't like to be with other people, because I do. I love to be with other people.
Yes, guys, I'm out here with Ernest, and we're at the carve event. And I just met Ernest, and he's a really awesome guy. He's got a Facebook group, Park City Carve Skiers. Skiers passionate about what? Skiing and the Carve app. So absolutely, yes, you bet. And I think Ernest here exemplifies exactly what the mountain modern lifestyle is. Hey, listen, we are so blessed to live in Park City. Every day a joy and blessing. So if you have a Carve app and you're in Park City area, you want to hook up, make sure that you follow them on Facebook, and then we can meet up together and do some skiing. Woohoo! Let's go!
Who would have thought you could be in the mountains and then at the beach in about an hour and a half? So beautiful. So peaceful. We could go walk down there to the beach, but I think I want to head back to the car and go to the next little hiking point. I hope Claude's having a good time skiing, but I really wish he were here with me. Here's a nice little picnic spot. We have the view of the mountain. I pinched my finger earlier. Really hurts. All right, what do you say, Leia? You want to have a picnic? Whoever invented wipes, God bless you. I carry wipes everywhere. So I'm going to use it to wipe the picnic table, because the picnic table is kind of nasty. So the bison that are down there that I took pictures of earlier, they kind of look like they're making their way up this way. So I'm just going to keep an eye on them. There's a bunch of bison poop patties. I don't know what they're called, but their poop is all over this area right here. So I'm kind of thinking they like this area. So we'll eat our lunch and head on out of here and go bring you over there to the homestead. I'll turn the camera off. I don't want to have you watch me eat. So I've seen something new that I've never seen here before. Coyotes. At least I think they're coyotes. They're pretty far away. I pulled out the big camera and I tried to video them from the big camera, so hopefully it captured them. There's another little section right here that we can go hike, that I'll feel comfortable hiking. There's a lot of hikes here, but there's only a few hikes that I'll feel comfortable doing by myself, especially now that I've seen coyote. One thing I love about state parks is they allow dogs. Just trying to get some B-roll. And of course the camera fell. All right, I think we're almost there. This is the short end of the trail. Pretty sure the trail goes up over, let's see if I can get it, over there. But I think I'm gonna quit here. We're gonna head back down and we're gonna bring you over to the homestead. toaster. Another old toaster. I'm not sure what that is. Seems to be the laundry room. I'm assuming this is the ranch hand room. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed that little tour of Antelope Island. Anyway, tomorrow's Friday, and since we're not going to have any people on the property, we're probably going to bring you to Topaz Mountain. So, Topaz Mountain is probably one of the first places in Utah that really grabbed our hearts. There's something about taking some chisels and hammers and hammering a side of a mountain and discovering gems. And sometimes you pound into the rock, and I mean, it might take you a half a day to open up a section of rock, and you might not find anything. But there's something about chasing it, and then when you do actually find something, it's so fun. So if I can remember when I get home, I'll show you some of our topaz finds throughout the years. So another reason why we liked going to Topaz Mountain is that we met the lady and the husband that owns one of the claims over there, and they started a business where you pay them, and I don't remember what the exact amount is right now, but you pay them a certain amount of money and they have a blast. For you. And so what it does is it blasts part of the mountain open, and all these rocks come flying out, and then you get to go into the pit and look for topaz. So it's a little bit easier to find the topaz that way because they've already kind of done some of the work for you. And it's a bunch of fun. It's a great thing to do with a group of people. Ronda and Dave are super, super nice people. We've enjoyed getting to know them a little bit over the years. I texted her yesterday and I asked her if she was out there full time right now, and she said she is. So what happens is she usually leaves during the winter and then comes back when the snow is melting, and then she basically lives there in a trailer, and she runs their business for them, and her husband comes and meets her on the weekends. So anyway, I can't wait to introduce you to Ronda and show you some of our topaz finds. We'll see you then. Good morning, guys. This morning we're headed to Topaz Mountain. It's about a 2.5 hour drive from here. It's close to a town called Delta. And yesterday I told you I was going to show you some of our topaz finds. So let's see. I'm not sure this is going to pick up or not.
We'll do a close-up of some of the gemstones.
Yeah, so do you want to explain to them about Topaz Mountain?
Well, the Topaz Mountain's
It's a volcano.
On BLM land, and BLM stands for Bureau of Land Management. Can do the mining for free. The quarry is actually in the middle of a old volcanic caldera, and that's how all of the rocks, it's in the lava bubbles up, and then over millions of years the gems form in what is it called?
Bug.
Yeah, there's little bubbles that form, and that's where the crystals form, and we'll show you guys that. But what is the stuff it's in?
Oh, rhyolite. This is the rhyolite, this stuff right here.
Yeah, the gray matter is the old volcanic rock, and it's called rhyolite.
And then this part right here is called the vug. So like this piece right here, hold on a second. So this used to be, a full enclosed rock like this, and you break it open. When you break it open, there's a vug, and then you have a crystal. Anyway, as I was mentioning yesterday, it was one of the first exciting places we discovered. And we'll tell you the story about how we discovered it. Wow, look at the sun back there.
Yeah, it's like a little. Ooh, we're glowing.
That was pretty cool.
We made it, and we're all packed up. I got about 80 pounds worth of stuff in my backpack, mostly steel
Tools,
tools,
hand tools.
and gonna walk up that mountain up there and start busting open some rocks and getting some topaz.
And hopefully a little bit later, we will hook up with Ronda, introduce you to Ronda. Super sweet lady.
Yep.
Part of one of the claim owners over there.
This looks interesting.
Well, you want to start here?
Think we can get that popped off?
I don't know. Might be worth it. Oh, here it comes. It's a dud. You gonna try again?
Yeah.
At least just pull that piece off.
Yeah.
Nothing.
All right. Moving right along. All that work for a dry hole.
Hey, it's all about the hunt.
Yep. Already hot once you start swinging that hammer.
I'm not even swinging the hammer and I'm hot. I think Olay is hot too. All right, we're gonna go to that spot right up there. She's your little favorite spot to go to. Go say hi. Hi, puppies. Still puppies. Go say hi. Go say hi. Hey, don't knock her over now.
That would be easy to do today.
How are you doing?
Oh, tired.
It's been so long.
Hi. You know, I'm okay.
There you go.
I'm fine. How are you guys? Glad to have you out.
Good.
Hi, Leia. Hi. Oh, yeah, you gotta get some lovin'. Look at this girl.
She's big, huh?
Oh, my goodness. Wow. And the adventures you get to go on. How's the house going?
It's good.
It's going. Finally, we poured footings, and we're pouring the foundation walls tomorrow.
I just pulled this out of a rock up there.
Wow, that's a
Just
pretty
little
one.
fellers.
Nice.
Nice, very nice.
Okay, so you want to know about Topaz?
Yes. Tell the people about Topaz.
Okay, Topaz is
That's not
Not
food,
to
Leia.
eat.
That's not to eat, babe. Topaz is Utah State Gem, and this is the Thomas Range where you find topaz all over the 16 miles long, 8 miles wide. It is an 8 on the hardness scale, and it's used as gemstones in jewelry, but it is not imperial topaz like you get out of Brazil. Utah topaz loses its color faster because of the UV.
So an imperial topaz is one that doesn't lose its color?
As fast.
Okay.
Okay. Now you can get them treated, but usually when you treat topaz, like Colorado topaz, it goes to blue. So that's where they get the imperial blue topaz and all that. That
Yeah.
looks real pretty.
So the one from Colorado, when they pull it out of the mountain, what color is it?
It's the amber,
Oh, it is the amber.
and then it goes to
Oh,
blue.
I didn't know
And
that.
they heat treat it.
Yeah, and
Oh.
it's chemical makeups and stuff.
Okay.
Utah topaz, we had some heat treated, and it goes back to the ambers and browns. It's really cool.
And kind of red, like a fiery.
It has a red fire to
Yeah.
it. Yeah, it almost, people mistake it for a garnet, you know, but no, it's not. But it's really cool. But you can come up here like you guys are going to do and bust the rock. And don't let people think it's easy, okay? It's not easy busting rock out the wall.
Yeah, we just
know.
did a little video.
I know this guy is a powerhouse, and he gets in and he puts those chisels in there and he does it. But
It's not easy.
Okay, so
No.
what we're going to do is the free stuff, but you offer something different.
oh yeah, we already blast the rock off the wall, and then you play down in the rubble. And depending on what price tag you do it at is how easy it is to find it. So we have prospector passes, which are family passes or individual passes. And then there's public blast pass, or you can have a private blast.
And we're going to put a link to their website
Thank
in
you.
the description box.
Correct.
It's way too much fun.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of
It
fun.
It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. I tell people it's a lot like fishing. You just, you never know what you're going to get. And that's part of the fun, is every time you crack one of those rocks open, it's like a treasure.
Yes. And it's so peaceful out here.
It is delightful. And right now, there's just not that many people, even with spring break. They filter in, they filter out.
Yeah,
And it's just peaceful.
it's nice. Yeah.
So yes, it's great, man. There's a little family across the way that came in this morning, and they're just having a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard them over there hitting.
All right. So y'all check out that link. And if you guys are in Utah, you need to book with Ronda, Topaz Mountain Adventures.
And let them know that Claude and Wendy from Mountain Modern Adventures sent you.
That's right.
Please do.
Yep, that's right.
She might treat you extra nice,
And
because
she's
she's
already-
already nice.
She's already nice.
Thank you. We just want people to be successful.
Yeah.
But it's not always, you don't always find it, especially if you're on the public side.
Yep.
But over here, I try to make sure you get a good rock to bust.
For sure. Yep. She will treat you well. Does it sound hollow?
Yeah. There's a nice one.
Nice.
It's a pretty little topaz, huh?
I had no faith in that rock.
I know. I didn't give up on you, though. This rock is just like a weird material. Keep splitting it open.
This is my favorite view right here. It reminds me of an old country western movie. It's so beautiful. You could get lost here pretty much. Now Leia's found herself a little bed. She's exhausted. Yeah, it's a good girl. Did we find topaz today?
Nothing worth keeping.
Oh, we got like 3 pieces. We came to say goodbye.
You gonna go?
Yeah. So Rhonda also makes jewelry out of some of the topaz. Wow, that's pretty. How long does it take for it to turn white like that? Approximately.
2.5 weeks in the hot desert sun for a small one.
Okay. So that's a pretty big one. So that one probably took a
This is a
while.
double turn. That's
These are my favorite. I love the topaz and the calcite.
Yeah. Oh, those are nice.
Very nice.
Now to find 2 that are similar in hue and size,
I was gonna say.
that's a lot of hunting.
Yeah. Good morning. It's Monday morning and we have concrete again. I think we also have a guy out there that's helping us. He's a contractor and he's been giving us some of his contacts and giving us some advice since we're pretty new at this. Anyway, we'll get you to the site and let you see some walls being poured.
Is you want them to be responsible for their piping, right? If they lay undergrounds and those undergrounds are not sloped properly and Greg backfills it for them, he's responsible for it.
If it breaks, he's gonna say, "Well, you messed it up when you backfilled."
Right. But at the end of the day, it's going to be on the plumber. So the plumber and Greg, they worked well together.
Okay.
So we'll hit Greg to backfill everything. He'll get it all prepped. Best concrete will come in, lay down your moisture barrier, lay down your rebar, and then pour your slab. Underneath where you're going to pour concrete, one's going to undermine the concrete.
Tell us what we're gonna do out here today.
We're going to deliver concrete. I'm going to put it into his pump.
Yep.
And we're going to try to get this job done so everyone's happy. There you go.
There you go.
And I'm the driver. And he's kind of the semi-pump operator.
Tyler, last time we had a guy out here, he'd only been on the job 4 months. So you can see the rebar that's sticking up out of that footing. Well, that was where they originally placed it. I guess when they remeasured it, they figured out that it needed to be here. So now they're pouring the column and the footing. They're probably going to come back and do these. They'll probably come back and do these in a little while to let that concrete set up a little bit. I don't know. But evidently these two were not. Oh, you know what it was? It was the 2-foot bump out.
Oh,
And it was on the plan.
yeah. Maybe they had the old set of plans?
I don't know, because the 2-foot bump out was on the plan.
Have you ever seen anyone fall?
Off the wall?
Yeah, like these guys right here.
Yeah. I mean, it happens.
It happens.
Usually, it's really nobody's fault.
Claude and I sincerely thank all of you that heard our call and watched until the end. We hope you guys have a great week, and we will see you next Saturday. And remember, unplug, reconnect, and seek adventure.